Hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Today is a full day of triathlon training. I'm going to, or I have ran, I'm going to swim and going to bike is the plan. What am I training for? Mainly Cork 70.3, the Ironman race in Youghal in Ireland in 5 weeks this, 5 weeks this Saturday. So 5 weeks tomorrow, today's Friday. And the Outlaw full relay team, which I'm doing the bike leg for, which is 112 miles, that's 2 weeks on Sunday. So sort of hybrid between the two. I don't know what's the bigger focus in, honestly. I'm kind of focusing on both of them, but we'll see what happens. So Friday morning, it is raining, as you can see, but the weather is going to get worse today. So I've got the difficult thing out of the way this morning and got the run in the rain done, because drizzle is better than full on rain. So I'll leave the stats on screen, 5 miles, nice and steady. I'm feeling pretty good, but I've had a good training week up to yet already, straight off the back of Outlaw Half Holcombe. So I'm treading carefully in terms of how hard I'm training, how much I'm doing this week, but feeling okay, so I'm going to press on. Anyway, time to get some breakfast, and I'll see you around lunchtime for a swim, I think. So often when I do these like full days of training videos, people often ask me, how do I fuel that Greek god of a body? Well, let me show you. I'm also going to take you through what I'm eating and drinking today. Don't worry, I know this is YouTube, but I'm not going to make you watch a 15-minute montage of me with a £5 coffee machine, mainly because I don't have a £5 coffee machine. Anyway, breakfast time. Now, I have the same breakfast pretty much every day, and that is made up of porridge oats, banana, a splash of honey, and some chocolate protein powder, 60-ish grams of oats, I think it's about 65 today, a whole banana, and then just like a tablespoon of that, just sort of dollop it in. Then I actually make it with water. I don't have milk in my porridge. No, like nutritional reason, it's just I quite like the taste of it, so I won't like cook it or anything. I'll just stick a load of hot water in, give it a stir, leave it 10-15 minutes, and then ready to rock and roll. And normally by the time I've got changed or showered or just faffed around for 10 minutes, it is ready. I'm not a habitual tea coffee drinker. I will occasionally have a tea or coffee, but just when I fancy it, not as like a routine. So to drink, I actually have a little bit of cold mix left over from last night's swim session, and that's just because it's here. I'm just going to finish that off so it doesn't go to waste. And then I'll probably just go on to squash, or sometimes I'll have a glass of milk depending what I'm feeling like. So that is breakfast. I cannot wait to get stuck in. Let's wind the clock forward to mid-morning snack. All right, so it's 11:30. Been working all morning. Join me though in the fridge. We're going to look for some sort of late morning snack, because I'm going to go for a swim at lunchtime. So I don't want to have lunch first, but I do want to have something that's going to give me some sort of fuel. So today's is going to be 2 baby bells and a boiled egg. So normally I have like 2 boiled eggs or 3 baby bells, but there's 1 egg left in the fridge, so I can't leave it on its own, can I? So I'm just going to get that down me and then get to the pool. I feel like days like today, when I work at home, I've got to get maximum value out of it. Like, there are other days where I go to the office and I'll just do like 1 training session perhaps in the evening or something. But days where I can fit it in, I've got to really fit it in and really motivate myself to get as much in as I can. So not every day is like this, but obviously it's easier to make videos about days where I'm training full gas. It is dead hard to make these videos when training doesn't go like as well as you'd hope. Just done 1 kilometre in the pool, just nice and steady. I think I did about 18.5, 19 minutes. I did about 500 meters of it with the pool boy, and then about 500 meters of it just swimming normally. I'm trying to do less with the pool boy, in honesty. I feel like it affects my stroke, and I feel like I have made some improvements in the last couple of weeks when I haven't been using a pool boy as much, but it's just harder, isn't it? Particularly when your legs are tired or you're trying to save your legs or whatever. So it is what it is. Busy public lane as well. It's good to see that swimming is so popular, but also it's annoying that swimming is so popular around here. So we've just got to have like low stress and not get annoyed when you're trying to do like a constant swim and you keep stopping. It's absolutely fine. It's one of those things. We've all paid the same amount of money to be there. The eagle-eyed viewers of you might have also noticed that I got a quick trim in before I got in the pool. But now I need to go and get some lunch, so see you very shortly. I can't remember if I said it or not, but that swim was like an extra swim. If it was just like one of my core swims, so I normally swim twice a week, I'd have made sure to get the session done or the planned distance done. But because it was additional, my 3rd swim of the week, I'm happy to just get in the water and get a swim done. I will build on that in the coming weeks. So lunchtime, I was hoping to show you like a beans on toast. Like, you don't need to have fancy food to be an athlete or whatever. Unfortunately, I have to document it when it doesn't go to plan. So that is a Subway wrapper. Now, right next door to the leisure centre is a Subway, which is good and bad. I felt really weak and shaky. I felt like I perhaps underfueled myself. I've had a decent training week, so I'm treading a fine line. I'm trying to drop some weight whilst I'm training, not just maintain. I'm not trying mad keen, but I am trying to where possible, and sometimes that bites me in the arse, but it's not the end of the world. So I had a foot-long, hearty Italian plant patty, if you're interested. I'm not a vegan, I had normal cheese on it, but I do like the plant patty. I'm a veggie. And then I had, well, obviously with it, it's a meal deal, some nice and spicy chili heatwave Doritos, Pepsi Max, obviously we're not a fan of that. And then I had 3 cookies as well, because I thought that's exactly what I needed. So that's my lunch for today. I know it's not superfoods, I know I'm not a pro athlete, but that's what I've ate. And it's really handy, like time-wise as well, because I've been able to sit here and eat it while I'm working, so a bit less admin time. An afternoon of work to do, tour on in the background. What a day to be alive, and I'll see you tonight for a bike session, which is definitely going to be indoors because the weather outside is bad. So I'll see you on the bike. Would you like to just repeat that sentence and little performance you just did, Liz? Shall I do it for you? Or are you going to do it again?
You do it.
Liz just went, "Who's that girl?" and like strutted across the kitchen. Oh dear. Right, Liz, today I'm doing a whole day of eating and training. So what is the eating for this evening?
So we're just having a vegetable pasta bake this evening.
Lovely.
It's been a rough week for me with a sickness bug, so this is kind of the first meal I've cooked all week. So I just thought, get some vegetables in us. I'm doing a long run in the morning, so some pasta, so we can't go wrong.
My meals this week have been, I'm absolutely fine on my own list, to be honest. I can sort it out myself. I've had beans on toast 3 times and pizza last night. I mean, I'm okay, aren't I?
Yeah, you're winning.
In other news, you have treated yourself some new straighteners, haven't you? They broke last week.
Yeah, not that you can tell. It's been raining today, so...
Yeah, okay. Anything else to report from your end? I think we have, haven't we?
I don't think so. Just that it's been a very tough week.
It has. Our toilet roll bill is through the roof, put it that way. Anyway, right, time to get on the bike. I have spent the last 10 minutes selecting a session, but let's get in there. I'll talk you through it. Okay, so the first thing that's annoying me is I have to change the frame rate and the shutter speed on this camera so it doesn't flicker like mad in here, and it plays havoc with the stability and it just looks a bit weird. Anyway, it's normally chain gang night tonight, but it is not chain gang night tonight in that weather. Even if I was to stay hard and go out, nobody else would be, so it wouldn't be much of a chain gang. Anyway, still just rubbish in this garage. Right, tonight's training session. I haven't done a structured bike session, indoors or outdoors in fact, for months, maybe 6 months or so. That's not clever. I stand by the way that I train in that I do some intensity and some easy stuff, most of it out on the road. But there is a place for indoor training, and I definitely do structure all winter. So therefore it makes sense for me to do some during the summer when it is like this. So I've picked a session out on the Zwift library. It's actually from the Norseman. I'm not training for the Norseman, but I wanted something with a little bit of tempo in, but some harder stuff, but not a huge amount. Because of the physical state I'm in at the minute, I'm feeling okay, but I'm my first week back training, so I don't want to absolutely empty myself. I have a team time trial in 2 days, so I don't need to empty the tank. That'll be Sunday, that'll be intense recover. So this just needs to tickle the throttle a little bit, is the plan. So this session looks like a nice warm-up, sort of 10 minutes warm-up, 8 minutes warm-up, a few little surges, a bit of recovery, and then a 20-second surge, and then 8 minutes of tempo. I might actually notch that down a little bit, and then 2 minutes recovery, and the same sort of thing, but then 20 seconds, and then a shorter tempo of 6 minutes, a little bit of recovery, and then same sort of thing, little surge, and then 4 minutes of tempo. And then I've got the little surge, and then 2 minutes at threshold, and then a little surge, and then 2 minutes at just over threshold, and then same sort of thing, but a minute hard. Basically, it shortens in duration, but goes up in intensity. And I like these sorts of sessions because, let's say I get halfway through and I'm not feeling good, I can pull the pin and I haven't done too much damage, but it's good to practice getting stronger as you go through a session and through and into a workout or even through a race. Is the plan anyway, so I'm going to see how I go. I don't use erg mode indoors. I find it just gets a little bit grindy and like the spiral of death, so it will take some doing in terms of getting the right gear and getting at the right power, but I find that I can get it pretty much. Anything over 30 seconds or so, I can sort of feel the gear and get the right sort of power. Anyway, let's chat in, let's get on this bike. So nutrition wise, I had a yogurt mid-afternoon, just had a penguin before getting on the bike. I've got a bottle of carb mix. I don't tend to drink too much indoors, so I'll probably only have a few sips of this, I think. There's some carbs in there if I need it. I do have some gels and stuff in the garage, which I keep to hand, but these are properly out of date now. December 2022, so I'm going to need to be desperate to tap into that sort of those sort of things. They're probably okay, aren't they? I'm sure. Surely they're all right. Anyway, let's get this warm up ticked into and get cracking. I knew that was going to be a reach. I'm 38 minutes in. I've done the 8, 6 and 4 minutes at 3:25. I'm going to call it there. The next bits get harder. I think it's the 20-second surge that really does me in. I know that I could just skip that and do the harder intervals, but this is a random session I've just picked up on Zwift. Like, it's not planned in for my training. If I was going to pick the training tonight, it'd be those first 3 blocks. 8, 6, 4 minutes, 18 minutes in total. That'll do. That's a good little workout. I'm only 6 days on from Holcombe Halves, the middle distance try that I absolutely gave my all at, so that'll do. We'll just do 20 minutes, sort of zone 1, zone 2 warm down, and that will be it for today. But let's get this done first, hey? Okay, so intervals done. It feels a bit weird, to be honest. I feel like I'm happy to have done it, but also it feels a bit like winter, so I'm not happy. Forgot to bring a towel in the garage, so I've gone through 3 headbands, but such is life. I'll put the stats up on screen now. I'm pretty happy with how it went, to be honest. So if you look at the actual hard intervals, 20 seconds at 521 watts, and then the 8 minutes at 328, and then the next 20 seconds at 543, next 6 minutes at 333, the next 20 seconds at 5:11, and the next 4 minutes at 3:25. So that was pretty consistent, and I felt okay, to be honest. It was just like comfortably hard. I think 3:25 is probably more like sweet spot than it is tempo for me, but the heart rate was tempo, so I don't really know. As you can probably tell, I don't do a great deal of power testing. I prefer to just test myself in races, but maybe that's to my detriment, who knows. Anyway, there we go. It's a full day of triathlon training and triathlon eating. Liz has not noticed my haircut. I will mention that to her when I go in the house. And that is it for today's video. So thank you very much for watching. Please do hit that subscribe button if you want to see my road to Cork 70.3, Outlaw X, and maybe 1 or 2 other events the rest of this year. Outlaw Full as a relay. I lose track. See you later.